You know, I've probably spent 45 minutes just speaking about childhood sexual abuse denial alone. I mean, I still haven't even wrapped up yet. So, if you're watching the videos in order, this should make sense. But anyways, there are a lot of denials. I'm in like Flynn. But as far as sexual abuse goes, so this is my mom telling the court legal document. Please do not sleep with Bradley. See that? You can see the numbers. Now, you can't say that my mom didn't try to protect me. But anyways, I'm on the denial topic. The court, they never questioned me or they never asked me about my fucking denial. I mean, about my molestation. Kids are too young to testify, you know. So, anyways, I guess the legal part and the corrupt part about denial is a lot of people in the police department, just like doctors that I've showed you, because my father, or the thing that was in charge of me when I was a kid. See, here's another one. This is just the... See this? This is when he started to dope. He doped me up on drugs when I was 3.5 so he could molest me. Now what you're looking at right here is a case that ended up in court. Where, see, a lot of times people, for a little extra money, will settle out of court. They'll, sometimes it won't even go into court. It'll just be attorneys talking. There'll be like a confrontation or whatever. And it won't even end up in the court. And I can't imagine how many cases of my pedophile father didn't even end up in the court. And they just settled. It was like attorneys did a deal or whatever. But the guy on that paper that I showed you, this is a real paper. This is a real newspaper clipping from the Seattle Times. Yeah, where he actually got sued. I mean, they got $75,000 out of him. I wish they would have given him the death penalty. But anyways, a little bit on the legal system. See, where did I put that frickin' thing? Anyways, yeah. Okay, so I think I got this. Oh, right there. Okay. Anyways, here's the doctor, as we see here, the pedophile. The thing that raised me, that was violating me when I was 3.5. Anyway, so the legal system denied it because he was a powerful doctor, as I just showed you right there in that document. So there's a lot of people in positions of power, and they're in denial about their abuse, or they are not in denial about their abuse, and they're offenders, and they want to continue to offend. Some of the support groups I went to, offenders weren't allowed in. If they had any legal record of being an offender, they weren't allowed to attend the meeting. Unfortunately, I dealt with my abuse before I don't know if I wouldn't, because I just had a conscience. I mean, the thing that molested me, something that would fuck a 3-year-old, I don't think that's human, because most people do have a conscience. But anyways, I'll just stay with the denial in the legal system. So The it's rampant. Yeah, there is no justice. I mean, it's about who's got all the money. And the attorneys are swift and they're good and they can just totally distract and manipulate the jury to where you even forget what happened. In my father's case, a lot of cases were settled out of court and all this stuff. And do you think my sick adoptive father ever told me anything about this? No. Because I went through my support groups and all that, and I was dealing with my sexual abuse. And my sister's in denial, and she'll be in denial until she's dead, my adoptive sister, and she's a fucking bitch. Okay. I didn't think so when I was young, but now I do. I don't want to get into that, but she's in denial, and she'll be that way until she dies. And she had a physical manifestations of being abused. I mean, all that was there. I mean, it's like she got abused too, but he loved little boys. Was his speciality. Was little boys. Was what Elwood liked. So she'll be in denial too. Continue, and then part of the denial too is she wanted to be in his will, and I didn't care. I mean, you couldn't give me enough money to deny what happened to me, and look at a fucking perpetrator and pretend like everything's normal. I mean, I got violated so deep, so psychologically, so young before I even formed as a human being on this planet. But I mean, I'm destroyed or whatever, and I confronted him in my teens and stuff. I should have confronted him with all the legal papers I got now and taken him to court and sued him. Or actually, my friends offered to have him killed, and that they would have murdered him free of charge. Various friends I had would have murdered him, but I was always waiting for that apology that never came. Never fucking came. But he's a psychopath pedophile. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, that was stupid of me. I was in denial, thinking that he might actually apologize so he was allowed to live. I mean, I could have killed him myself because he taught me everything he knew from what he did to me and other people. So killing him would have been a piece of cake. I mean, I won't even talk about it. I'll just stay on the subject. So a lot of people are in denial in the legal system that have been violated. And how you know this is they allow fucking pedophiles back out of jail. Child molesters and rapers. They let them back out of jail. What kind of fucking legal system is that? I'm not speaking just about me. I'm speaking about you. I'm talking about everybody here that's been violated. The U.S. fucking legal system is fucked up. We have more fucking people. It's a big racket. They're making money off it. They don't give a shit about you. They're making more fucking money off of you. There's more people in jail in the U.S. than the United States and China and all that. You know what happens in Russia or in China if somebody does the shit my dad did? They'd fucking kill him. They'd just turn him right around and have him lean in a ditch and fucking shoot him. They take care of him. They put about 20 or 50 of them around and they shoot him. But then they look at China and they say how fucked up China is. Yeah. And I was just talking to an LAPD yesterday, a cop. And yeah, he says it's messed up, you know, coming from a cop, so an honest cop or whatever. And he said, you know, that you know, they should go to jail and stay there, whatever. Now, personally, I think they should be castrated right off the bat. I mean, if they're a convicted pedophile, it's proven they should be castrated. And I think they should be killed. I think they should be destroyed. I don't think they should be able to exist on the planet. But, you know, I have personal feelings about the issue. But, yeah, I think at least they could be castrated. And they should never, ever be, ever let out. Because they will reoffend. Unless they want to, unless they really go through years and years and years of therapy, they will reoffend. See, and that's why they let them out of jail. Because it's a good bet, it's a money maker for the big money-making machine racket they got on in the U.S., oh, fuck, yeah, this guy will go out and he'll fucking fuck more kids, and he'll fucking create a bunch of more damage, and he'll create more pedophiles and sexual abusers and all that stuff, and rapists and all that, and become a drug addict and all that. And heck, we're going to make more money off him, and the doctors are happy. We're going to make more money off it. Hey, let's put that fucking pedophile right by a school. You know. And one thing that they should do, period. I mean, they castrate, probably you might have a cat or a dog. You castrate it, you neuter it, right? I mean, why not do that to a pedophile? I mean, you don't want that thing creating other things that are like that. You know. You don't want that thing, yeah, you castrate it. That's my take on it. I mean, if we castrate cats and dogs, you know, we need to castrate the pedophiles, the child molesters. Yeah. Then you have cases like Dahmer, Ted Bundy, Gacy, all of them. And they are allowed to get away with it. For years, Green River Killer, I mean, they've all been stopped by cops, confronted, all this and that, and it's not the frickin' police's fault all the time, because the police are so overwhelmed with street crime that they can't deal with those other crimes. They've got their hands full with so much crime going on, because there's all the drug problems and everything in the U.S. on top of that, which is all started from all the sexual abuse. But anyways, so it's a big mess. But also, I think on that note, pedophiles should be injected with the chip somewhere like next to an artery where they can't get it operated and get it taken out of, and that way they can track them. A chip where they can track them, like if you have a cell phone, they can track you anywhere you go now. Everything you talk about, everything on your cell phones. They can track and call back if they want to take a look at it, you know. But they should do that. They should inject every pedophile with a chip. That's the minimum thing they should do. You know, like, what is that movie, Men in Black, where the alien goes outside a perimeter, and then the alarm goes off and all that stuff, and they go and talk to the alien or whatever while they're out of the perimeter, that spin. They should do that with pedophiles. You know, they should get injected with the chip, and then when they get outside that perimeter or get near a school, then an alarm goes off if you're going to let the fuckers out of jail, which I don't think you should even let them out of jail, period. They should never be allowed to be around kids because they will reoffend. But everybody makes money off it. It's a fucking racket. At the price of your fucking children. And rapers, definite castration. Yeah. All of them, they should be chipped too. Maybe someday they'll do like this one movie I saw one time where they stick them all on an island. I guess they do that now at some jails or whatever. I think they should have a survival show, actually.